right, so we are starting out in a child's pose, and I'm gonna have you take your knees out wide, feet are together, just sink your hips back towards your heels, and come down, walk the arms out long, and you can bring your head either to the mat or bend your elbows, head to wrists, or set it down on a prop. Let's take a deep breath in here. Breathe in through the nose. Open your mouth and sigh out. Inhale, feel your ribs expand. Exhale, release that used up breath. And let's look forward now. Spread your fingers wide. Get grounded into your palms, and let's come forward. Bring the knees in, knees are underneath the hips. Hands are under the shoulders. Inhale, press the belly down. Take your gaze forward. Exhale, lift the spine, chin presses to chest. Inhale, gaze forward, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, chin to chest, lift the spine. And do that a few more times. Move with your own breath. And then sink back again, bringing the hips back towards heels. Walk both hands over, take them just off the left edge of your mat, and reach them out long. Sit extra heavy into your right hip. And again, let the head come down between arms. And let's take both hands over, right side of the mat, just off of the mat. Sitting extra heavy into the left hip now. Come on down. Deep breath in and let it out. Let's come back forward onto our hands and knees. Again, aligning hands under the shoulders and knees under the hips. Draw your belly in, engaging through your abdominal muscles. Neutralize your neck. Maybe turn the head, shake it out no a few times. And then bring it back to center. Nod yes a few times. And let's get nice and long through the spine here. So we're just thinking about length in this bird dog. Let's reach the right leg back, just parallel to the ground. Stabilize, reach the left arm forward. And if you're just learning, practice getting just even light in that hand. You don't need to reach it all the way out. Let's take in a breath. And exhale, set hand and knee back to the floor. Let's take the left leg back, reach it out long. So watch the difference in my leg. This is just lifting, this is engaging. So lengthen through that leg, squeeze your thigh muscles. If you're feeling comfortable, go ahead and take that right arm forward now. Left leg, right arm. And we'll set it down. Inhale, reach right leg back, left arm forward, holding here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and release back to the floor. Inhale, left leg back, right arm forward. Deep breath in and let it out. Inhale and exhale, let's set it back down. So I'm gonna have you just a few inches walk your knees back. So we're coming into a kneeling plank now. So I'm shifting forward a bit, finding more length from my knees up through my shoulders so my hips are not in the air anymore. And I'm in this kneeling plank. We'll inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Keep elbows tucked in, narrow. We'll lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale, press into palms, chest lifts away from the floor. And then we'll press up and back. Keep your hands where they are. Just lift your hips up and back, finding length through the arms and length through the spine. And we'll do this a few more times. Inhale, draw yourself back forward, shoulders stack over hands. Exhale, chaturanga, controlled trip to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Deep breath in and let it out. Inhale, come forward, kneeling plank. Exhale, slowly lower, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, that long sit back. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, come back forward one more time. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, sit the hips back. Deep breath in and let it out. Let's walk the hands back, and I want you to start to come up. We're gonna kneel nice and tall. So knees right underneath the hips. Inhale, scoop the arms up overhead. Find a gentle back bend right here. Exhale, reach the arms down, around, and then back onto the floor. I'll have you walk them back out. Take your chaturanga and stay down on the floor this time. So we'll lower all the way down, turn your right cheek to the mat, and let's bring hands to the sides. And I just want you to let yourself be heavy here. Deep breath in and let it out. Inhale, start to lift, straight legs, straight arms. Turn your gaze forward. So we're in this back extension, straight arms, straight legs, just peeling off of the floor. And then we'll lower down, turn your left cheek to the mat. And again, let yourself be heavy here. Deep breath in. Let it out. Inhale, everything lifts. Shift your gaze back towards center. Gazing just past the top of your mat, so no straining through the neck. It's just neutral. Release down, take hands underneath the shoulders. Press up and back, find that long stretch through arms, long stretch through spine. And then start walking again, the hands back towards the knees. We'll peel up tall, kneeling reach here, hands overhead, and we'll release them out and then down. From here, we're gonna come up to standing. I'll guide us through one way to get there, but you can really come up any way you want. We'll wind up at the top of the mat. So one way to do this is taking your palms back down to the mat, tuck the toes under, and I want you to just sit back. So my toes are curled under. I'm stretching out the bottom of my feet right now. I am creating this pressure, pushing back. And now I'm gonna walk my hands closer to my knees and I'll start shifting my weight onto my feet. So I wind up in this narrow, very narrow yogi squat. And then I'll start to press up, sinking my heels down towards the floor. And we're in a forward fold. So if you already stood up, take your forward fold. You could be at the top or back of the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, let's roll it all the way up. We'll peel up the spine. Inhale, scoop hands overhead. Exhale, reach them out and down to sides. If you're at the back of the mat, go ahead, take it to the top. If you're at the top, stay right there. Let's all bring our feet together so our toes are touching. Inhale, sink the hips, chair pose. Hands can be reaching up, forward, or right across towards opposite shoulders. Lengthen through the spine, draw the belly in, sink the hips back. Deep breath in. And exhale, extend legs, take a forward fold, actively reaching down. And your fold, your stretch might be right here, okay? That's where I want you to take it. Find your version of this stretch. On the other side, getting to the floor might be easy for you. You could take hands under toes and give yourself a gentle pull here, so you're coming a bit deeper into your stretch that way. Let's inhale, find that halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, we'll roll all the way up to stand. Scoop hands overhead and release hands to sides. You can stay right here. I want to face you so you can see what exactly it is that I'm doing, okay? So we're gonna do some standing pigeon. If you're a little nervous with your balance, being near a wall is a good idea, or a chair, okay? So we'll start by sinking into our chair. And I want you to go ahead, find your chair, and now lift up out of it a tiny bit, okay? Let's bring hands into the heart for now, and we'll start shifting weight to the left foot. I just want you to practice getting light on that right foot, maybe lift it away from the floor, okay? Now sink back down about where you were in your chair before we lift it up out. And we'll press up, set your right foot down, deep breath in, and exhale. Feet are together. We'll do that on the other side. Inhale, sink the hips, finding your chair. And just bringing the hands in a little closer to our center. Let's get light on that left foot, shifting weight to the right. And draw that left foot away from the floor. Maybe sink the hips back down where you were for chair. Deep breath in. Let it out. Let's stand up nice and tall. And take your arms straight across, okay? Let's bring the right arm across the chest. Take your left arm underneath it. Give it a gentle pull here and reach your right hand off to the left. And we'll just turn to look over that right shoulder. So you should feel this stretching through the back of your right shoulder into your tricep. Release, let's inhale, reach both arms up high. Turn palms out and circle them down. Inhale, open up the arms, thumbs pointing back. Let's go to the other side, left arm coming across, hook your right arm underneath it, gently pulling here and reaching through that left hand. Let's turn to look over the left shoulder. Deep breath in and let it out. Release your hands, let's scoop them overhead and release down to sides. All right, bring your feet back together. So we are gonna go to that floating pigeon now. We practiced a little bit with our balance. And I want you to find a point of focus to help you with your balance. This is your drishti point, your gaze point. Something that's not moving that you can tune in with when we do come into a balance. So let's sink our hips to chair. Tune in to that gaze point and just listen to my directions. Let's lower hands down. Get light on that right foot, shifting weight to the left. For standing pigeon, we're taking that right knee, right ankle just above the left knee, and we're sinking the hips like we would for a chair. You can use your hands to help set that up if you need to. And then we're just sinking those hips just like we did for chair. I'm gonna have you open up your arms. Here we go. Bring your left arm under right. Give it a gentle pull here. And now look over, shift your gaze point. Look over your left shoulder. So you can really see the difference of keeping that point of focus and then also moving your eyes to something else. I want you to slowly take your gaze back to center. Let's open up the arms, release everything back up. Take a deep breath in and exhale. So let's start shifting to the other side. We're gonna sink the hips, get light on that left leg. Hands can be down, they can be at your heart. And we're gonna cross now that left ankle over just above the right knee. Sink your hips down, you've got it. And find your drishti point, get nice and cozy and comfortable here for a moment. Let's open up the arms. Bring the right across, bring the left underneath it. And when you're ready, shift your gaze off to the right. Deep breath in and let it out. We'll carefully release, open the arms up, release your leg, and step it down. Inhale, scoop the hands overhead. Exhale, take a swan dive forward, reach down, forward fold. Deep breath in, and let it out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Just set your shoulders down and back. So we're gonna move from the top of the mat and start with your feet about hip distance apart here. We'll keep the left foot forward, moving to warrior one. Step your right foot back, okay? Bending into left knee, long and strong through that right leg. Let's draw the belly in, shoulders stack over hips, and then hands stack over shoulders. Deep breath in and out. I'm gonna have you open up your arms here. Take your left arm under the right. You could come back to the stretch we've already done today, or if you'd like, eagle arms, you'll marry up your elbows and then bring your hands around, either hands, back of hands together, or wrap around so you're clasping your hands. So we're in eagle arms. I'm gonna have you start by hinging forward like you would for a humble warrior. So humble warrior with eagle arms. Deep breath in and out. And we'll peel up, so we're coming into a gentle back bend here. And think about lifting your elbows, lift your gaze. Let's come back to nice and tall. Release your hands, lengthen through the front leg, reach up high. Let's step the right foot forward about halfway. Pyramid, fold over your front leg, hands coming down to either some props or right onto your leg or the floor. Length through both legs. Deep breath in. Let it out. Inhale. And exhale. Let's lightly bend into this front knee. We'll start rolling up. Just take one moment in this shortened warrior one. And we'll come back to the top of the mat. Feet are right underneath the hips. We'll just take it to the other side. So right foot is forward this time. Let's step back. We're finding warrior one. Right foot forward, left foot back. Square those hips up forward. Bend into the right knee. Let's get nice and tall here. Drawing the belly in. Deep breath in. And let it out. We'll open up the arms. The right arm is coming across. So the right arm's on top. That left will go underneath. So you're either taking that stretch here or eagle arms mirroring up the elbows, wrapping hands around, or clasping the hands together. Okay? Come back to that warrior one footprint, warrior one stance through the legs. And let's come forward, humble warrior with eagle arms. We'll carefully come up. Remember, we're coming into a back bend. Gentle back bend, lift your elbows, lift your gaze. Let's get tall again, release your hands, reach out, reach up, extend through the right leg, reaching long. Let's shorten this step about halfway and fold over the right leg, pyramid. Deep breath in and let it out. Bring a gentle bend back into your right knee. Let's come up, warrior one, and we'll step to the top of the mat. So at the top of the mat, feet a little wider, right underneath the hips. Bring some bend into the knees. Let's roll it down. We're gonna move into a ragdoll here. Just let your head hang. Bring hands to opposite elbows. Let your head hang between your arms. Stay with your breath. Find a gentle sway here from side to side. Come back to center, release your elbows, reaching down. Find one more good forward fold here, active reach. Deep breath in and let it out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's bring it down. So I'm gonna have you come down to your mat. Let's take our feet forward. We're gonna bend the knees here, feet flat on the floor, and extend the arms straight out from the shoulders. I want you to find length in your spine from your tailbone up through the top of your head and hinge back just a little bit. Reach the left arm overhead so that arm comes right outside of your ear. Take it back forward. Let's reach right arm and forward. Reach both arms, holding here, deep breath in. Let it out. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward, let yourself roll, rounding down onto the mat. Find a full body stretch, lengthening through legs and the arms, full body reach. Let's bend the knees, bring soles of feet to the floor, hands to sides, setting up for bridge. Small space between the feet, small space, matching space between the knees. Inhale, let's lift hips away from the floor, finding our bridge. Exhale, slowly lower, returning back to the floor. Inhale, lift hips, finding bridge. Exhale, lower down. We'll do this just one more time. Inhale, lift. Hold it here this time. Stay here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, come back down to the floor. Let's bring knees in, give them a hug. Gentle hug here. Maybe a rock side to side. You could take happy baby, hands to back of thighs, or hands to the outside of feet, gently pulling down. Let's bring the knees back together and lower feet down to the floor. We're gonna have us take just a couple breaths here in reclined bound angle. Bring soles of feet together, let your knees go out in opposite directions. And let's bring one hand to the heart, one hand onto the belly. And let's reach here, bring your left arm overhead. We'll be turning to the left. Bring your right knee so it comes over the top of your left. We're just finding a fetal position here, resting here for a moment. We're gonna come back around carefully. Make sure your right foot comes down to the floor. Roll onto your back. We'll switch our arms, bring left hand to your belly, right arm reaching long overhead, and then rolling onto that right side. And carefully make your way back onto your back. Reach both hands overhead, deep breath in. And exhale, let's bring hands back down to sides. Moving into a final relaxation here for just about a minute. Traditional Savasana with legs extended. Or if you'd like, you could go back to fetal pose or bend the knees, whatever is the most comfortable for you. And start bringing some awareness back into your body. Bring awareness back to your breath. Let's bend the knees. Reach hands overhead, long stretch through the arms. Carefully roll on to one side, rest there for just a moment. And as you're ready, let's come up finding a comfortable seat. And we'll end with just a few breaths here together, sitting tall. Take a deep breath in the nose. Open your mouth and release it out. Deep inhale. Exhale. And one more time together. Breath in and out. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. Namaste.